Welcome to Talking Beards, an entertainment news podcast all about the facial hair lifestyle and the people who use their beards and mustaches to help change the world. Join your hosts, World Goatee Champion Aaron D. Johnston and two-time National Goatee Champion Scott Sykora as they talk about all the important issues in the community, from charity events, competition news, styling tips, breaking news, and much more. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we stream live on all social media platforms as well as talkingbeards.com and answer all of your questions. Join in our chat room and be a part of the show each week as we give away great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. I am your host, Aaron D. Johnston, and I am Scott Sykora, and we are Talking Beards.
Tonight, we have Mr. Ron Old Red Rice and Andrew the Stash Hatton, and they are going to be debuting their hot new show, Bearded Business, next Monday, January 9th. It'll debut at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time over on the Bearded Family Network, and Bearded Business has a Facebook page, and just, you can find it. Just type in Bearded Business. So let's just bring in these boys tonight. What's up, guys? How are y'all doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Rebecca.
Rebecca says, hey, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian says, hey, guys. Pardon me. That was my bad.
Everybody's saying, hey, guys. So it's good to see you two are together in this garage.
Yes.
Man, y'all look so good.
We really love what you've done with the ceiling, as we talked earlier.
Yes.
Hopefully we don't get kicked off of social media for broadcasting unfinished insulation, but we're risking it tonight for you guys because we like you guys a lot.
Yeah,
it's miles ahead of where it could be. I mean, there may or may not be a basket and a lotion and a well somewhere around here too. Just throwing that out there, but
you don't want to throw Ron under the bus and what he does in his spare time. You know what I mean? Like, don't just leave him out of this, okay?
Are you about a size 14?
Yeah, there you go. So, let's just get started. So, introduce everybody to who you are and what you're doing here a little bit.
Right on. Go for it, brother.
Most of you or part of you probably know me. I'm Old Red from Beard Mob, Indiana, president of Beard Mob East. But today we're here to talk about our new show, Bearded Business. It's going to air on the Bearded Family Network on Mondays at 9. This Monday will be our introductory show, and then we're going to kick into full swing the following week. So hope you guys can come watch. We're going to try to do some interesting stuff.
Yeah,
are you
super excited?
Word on the street is you guys are giving away a brand new car on your debut episode next week too, right?
What's up, Dan C. Bearded?
Yeah, we're waiting for the car to arrive here in the garage, and maybe that'll happen, maybe not. I mean, I wouldn't be holding breath, but yeah.
So you're saying that Dan C. Bearded is giving you a car to give away on your first episode? That's pretty good.
Hell yeah. Right
big
on,
time YouTube
man.
star right there.
I mean, absolutely. Reach out, DM me or Ron, and we'll figure out delivery instructions from there.
Yeah, help them out, Dan C. Bearded. They need that brand new car for the giveaway.
See, look at everyone's all excited.
A Hot Wheel car.
That's probably what it's going to be.
The car was not specified.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, I saw a pretty good crate motor on the Facebook the other day, so maybe we'll do something like that. I don't know.
I mean, put a crate engine in a Hot Wheels car. That'd be pretty fast.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the show. Let's get people informed about the show, and then after we talk a little bit about that, then we'll talk individually with you guys about how you guys both got involved in the beard scene, and there are inner workings of us all together in the past and throughout the years and stuff like that. But tell us a little bit about the show and the idea and concept and what we are as viewers to expect with your guys' show.
Oh, absolutely. So I know Ron introduced himself. I'm Andrew Hatton. Andy, the Stash, as the club is taken to call me. I've been in the club, I think right at 6 months now. First competition in August. Got introduced to this amazing community through this guy right here. And it's just been no looking back. From there, it's kind of like, getting heavily involved Ron reached out to me a few weeks ago. Hey, man, there might be an opportunity for the two of us to get together and put together a podcast around something completely, maybe not completely, but different, at least to my limited exposure around the whole bearded community and how do we identify and support and sponsor each other. And so kicking it back and forth, it's like, what if we focused on bearded business and not just your normal beard oils and butters and that type of company? And don't get me wrong, I think we all love them and need them desperately. But how do we focus on a different aspect? Those folks that kind of have a side hustle, right? That donate to our competitions with different types of trophies, and their side hustle helps support the community in some way. So it's really trying to spotlight and highlight those small businesses, those guys and gals out there that are killing it, not only within this awesome, amazing group of weirdos, but also making a living off of it at the same time. So trying to highlight those, spotlight those. How do we promote them as well as, point folks in this great, amazing group of people to those individuals to help give additional sponsorship. It's all about how do we all support and lift up one another, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, man. Like we talked about earlier a little bit, but I just love that y'all are, well, kind of, but you're both bearded people, or in,
facial haired.
You're facial haired people. There we go. And you're going to be talking to other facial hair community people about something that's not bearding. I love it. I think that's super cool. I'm sure, there'll be some cross reference in there, and bearding will come up obviously, but that's not the point of your thing. And I just love it. I love that it's something different. I think that's super cool.
Gives people a chance to see things going on behind the scenes and the businesses behind the scenes that aren't normally seen, but are a vital part of what we all do.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah. And like I had said when we were kind of talking earlier, like, I guess my assumption of what the show was more along the lines of like you guys focusing on like small time people starting small businesses and like kind of guiding them and giving them tips and tricks on how to succeed. But as we were talking, I was like, kind of like, no, that's not exactly what it is. But
you're not building businesses for people.
Yeah. But at the same time, your guests are probably going to talk about how they got started and the different ways that they went about selling their stuff, coming up with their ideas, promoting themselves. And it definitely will be a good place for people who might be thinking about like, oh, I want to start doing this or do that. Your show might be a really good resource for these people thinking about starting businesses or small businesses, to get ideas and to get their foot wet and to get started into stuff like that. So, I mean, your show is definitely going to be multi-purposed and multifaceted when it comes to not only showcasing guys that have been donating things for charity events, but also people that are going to be starting something new in the future. So I definitely applaud you guys for your idea. And that's why I really wanted to have you guys on, because I thought it was an extremely unique and fun idea and different. So thank you. I applaud you guys and I wish you great success on your show.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
When we approached Billy about doing a show on the Bearded Family Network, he kind of had the idea a little bit of the business aspect. How can we highlight these people? And then we just kind of took that idea and molded it into our own. And, I think it's going to be successful. We hope, like you said, Scott, we hope to inspire people like, hey, these guys are out here doing it. Maybe I can be out here doing it.
Yep.
And, giving them some background on, the different people and how they got their start, and that is vital information for people wanting, should I do this? Should I not do this? Well, this is how they done it, and they're successful. So Let's jump on the boat.
100%.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, there's a whole technical side of like law and like accounting. I mean, there's the whole aspect that I'm sure that'll never get talked about, or that could be a whole different that could be a whole different show where it's like. But I mean, you guys are just going to just get into the the small weeds of them starting and stuff like that. So we were also talking about like, what types of people are you looking at for your show? I mean, there's obviously people that are watching our show tonight that could reach out to you guys and offer like I'm sure there's someone in our chat room right now that is a small business owner who vends at competition, who donates things at competitions. I mean, what kind of people are you looking for specifically for your show?
We don't really have a mold. If you're kind of integrated or weaved into the bearded community and you have a small business, that qualifies. And yes, feel free to reach out. You can either private message the Stash or myself. Tell us what you got and what you're working with. We'll see if we can get you on the show. I mean, we want to open this up to, everyone. And, well, our eyes are kind of locally centered. And so if we can expand to the East Coast and the North and the West Coast, we're open to all those too.
Absolutely. And there's no specific medium, right? Whether you're a woodworker or a metal worker or an author or you know what I mean? It's that small business mentality and how do we, what I think that you and Scott both mentioned it, right? It promotes the ideas and helps individuals who might be considering dipping their toes in, be able to ask questions, point to a different resource or a reference that they could, reach out to. So I don't think there's any limits on, what type of
product,
business or product or what have you. But, your involvement in the community obviously is a huge bonus. And how do we support you, collectively?
I know you've probably done some research on this a little bit already, but do you have you already started like compiling a list of possible guests for your show?
Absolutely.
Inside a black notebook with a diary lock in the safe.
Smart. About how many people are on this list so far?
We've got a few months worth of folks already identified. So
yeah, and that gives you plenty of content to get other people to come out of that you don't know about. So hopefully you can continue on and
that's our hope, right? I mean, obviously, you never know where paths will take you. But I think as Ron mentioned, you can't get wet if you don't jump in. So I think creativity spawns creativity. And so as that proverbial snowball starts, I think things will collectively build and grow from there. So
you may just start a whole disaster of people here.
I didn't say avalanche. So let's make sure we're not talking like avalanche.
Oh, it's going to be an avalanche. That's what's going to happen.
By tomorrow, we'll have 2 years worth of content.
Right.
Hey, that's perfect.
Well, and that's the thing is each person that you have on is going to lead to someone that they know and someone that they know. It just once you start that ball rolling, hopefully it just opens the door to lead more guests in. And I know for myself, and we were, talking, we're getting close to with the podcast, 300 episodes, and with the live show over 200. There comes times when, it gets rough and you're struggling to find people or, coming up with new ideas and stuff like that. And it just takes one little thing to just start the ball rolling and get everything going. The juices flowing.
And turn into an avalanche.
And then it turns into an avalanche.
Snowball.
Yeah. I mean, it is the season for snowballs. So, why not?
Right. Yeah.
It's all about networking and getting exposure. Yep. That's what it really boils down to.
Yep.
Is getting in there, getting to know people, meeting new people. Sometimes the best things come out of a handshake.
Absolutely. And it's why we appreciate, you gentlemen having us on, the Bearded Family Network, the Sideshow, Running with the Pack, Sending on Sundays. It's a great group of people, and honor for me, the new guy. I'm like the greenhorn or whatever of the group, right? There's a lot of seniority amongst the beautiful people that I get to hang out with a little more closely. And so, it's an honor for me to be associated with not only the Bearded Family Network, but this whole broader group of awesomeness, man. It just gets me excited. I'm sorry if I'm giddy about it, but
there's absolutely nothing to
get out of this group. So
do not apologize, man. I love your enthusiasm. I love that you're super excited about this, and I'm really excited to see what happens out of this whole thing.
Yeah, like Corey says. Yeah, Corey says right here, we can all help draw on strengths. You don't know the accountants, electricians, web designers, product testers. Who knows who can help other people out in strange ways? And that's exactly at the nails right on the head.
Well said, Miss Wilson.
Yeah, Corey's awesome. She's good with words and stuff.
Word salad.
She's just a
Yeah,
sweetheart.
that's her new nickname, Word Salad.
She's
Word
amazing.
salad.
She's an amazing human. So many.
I picked this guy up in Walmart and look at him. Best thing I ever bought at Walmart.
Well, tell us that story. How did y'all meet?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Yes, I am a Walmart shopper. I don't care. Judge me. But holy
Everybody
hell.
shops at Walmart.
I don't know. So, all right, I'll jump in here, right?
Yeah.
So I'm cruising through. I do my shopping. I'm a divorced single dad. I do my shopping on Sundays. Cruising through Walmart, and I happen to be crossing this aisle, and this cat comes over and says, "Hey, this guy, I'm part of this beard club, beard mob. We do bearding for charity, and you got a pretty cool stash, and you should check us out." And I'm like, okay, that's interesting, right? So
I scared him. Let's just be
I'm
honest.
like, cool. And Ron was there with Miss Meg, and anyway. So I'm cruising down the aisle, and I text my son and my daughter, and I'm like, man, you're not going to believe this, because I've only been growing this for about 2 years. You're not going to believe this. This guy came up and was like, I'm in a bearding club for charity. You should check us out. And anyway, we'll fast forward a couple of weeks. My son is a tattoo artist apprentice. And he gives me a shout out. And he's like, Dad, you know the guy that you met? Well, I know his daughter and I know him. And I'm like, okay, this guy's legit. He's cool, right? So he reached out on Facebook and went to the meet and greet at their first comp in August. Beard Mob, Indiana, here in Columbus, and it's been like, I don't know, gas to the floor ever since, man. It's
when I said you can't get wet if you jumped in, this dude's soaked.
It's kind of nice.
Quick and the long of how we got together, and man, I tell you what, it's been just an awesome ride, and yeah,
so far so good. I mean, you're doing things already, so that's huge. 6
You
months,
did it, man.
Yeah, 6 months into this, for me, I wasn't doing anything yet. I was barely being able to stand on stage and not throw up. That was about all I could do in 6 months. But I can do that now. It's pretty good.
Well, that's
with myself and the club. I always tell them, don't lose steam, because you know how hard it is to start a train after it loses steam. So we just keep trucking, throwing ideas out there. Some of them stick, some of them don't stick. But we've been doing some fun stuff.
100%.
Yeah, so that's what Aaron and I we had this conversation, was it today, about how we were trying to find old episodes of Talking Beards, and he's like, he was watching one of them, he's like, man, just look at me, I'm just sitting there, I don't say anything.
Yeah, episode 1 and 2, I'm just freaking sitting there. I'm like, why did y'all even ask me to do this show with y'all? Like, what was the point of this? I was worthless at the beginning.
Saw the potential in you, man. That was the thing. Like, you had the heart, you had the desire, and I knew. And I even remember the conversation that we had the one night too, where you were talking to, about emceeing, and you're like, I can't do this. I can't get up there and talk on stage. I've never done it. My
exact words were, "There's no freaking way I could ever do that."
Yeah. I'm like, dude, don't sell yourself short. You just I know once you get the ball rolling, man, like, and you find your groove, you find your vibe. Like, I can't shut this guy up now.
Yeah, well, sometimes I can shut up, like tonight. But
honestly, before the bearding community, I wouldn't step in front of a camera or a mic. I would avoid pictures, and then all of a sudden, now I'm grabbing the mic on stage. And
yep, it's crazy. It's the craziest thing how this whole thing opens you up, and look at y'all.
So there we go. There's a story right there. So we were kind of discussing too before the show, and this goes into all right, your past and how you guys all got into the bearding scene and stuff like that. So Ron, you and I met years ago, and tell everyone the little story about how that happened.
So my actual very first competition was in West Virginia 2 years ago. And number one, I was nervous. It was my first competition. I'd never done anything like this before. And so we get there, and we're in this hot venue. It's a little cramped venue. It's just, miserable.
Yeah.
But we're having a good time because that's what we do. So it's my turn to go up. I've never been up in front of a crowd to do anything like this before. I'm tiptoeing out in front of the judges' table. And here comes Scott Sykora. Boop, got your nose.
On stage in front of everybody.
Yep.
What a jerk.
Right in front of everybody.
God,
It's like an icebreaker, man. And
Hopefully he gives me my nose back soon.
I know.
Right?
It was right here.
I got it. Who has your nose? Oh, it's not me because it's too red.
And when I usually MC, like I can kind of get a sense of like the people that are, mildly timid coming up. And it's like, I want to try to make that moment like a little bit exciting for them. I want to try to like, hey, what can I do to break the ice for them? Have fun with them, get them to laugh and lighten up a little bit. And, you just that's my thing I do to people. There's a bunch of guys that I do that to. And like, and I always remember those guys and I always do it to them and they always laugh. And it always makes them kind of giggle and laugh and kind of lighten up and stuff like that. So I'm glad that I
made it through.
Be part of that memory for you. As Alan
memory.
Eckert says, it does sound like a precious moment. And it was.
Precious
had a moment.
Good gosh.
So
Precious.
Ron, how okay, let's go get back a little bit more on how you got started in this whole thing. Like how did you grew this beard and all of a sudden you're in a beard club and now you're doing a show. Let's go back a few steps. What's the story?
Man, it is absolutely been a wild ride. I never thought this would end up where it's at, and I see where it's going. And so I had a friend, and I'd go over his house and hang out. Rudy Sandog from Beard Mob, Indiana. He had a Beard Mob flag up over his couch. I was like, well, that's a cool flag. I have a beard. What's it about? He's like, oh, it's a Facebook page. Cool. So I got on the Facebook page, and I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, man, this thing's structured an awful lot like a club. So I call him. I'm like, is this a club? He's like, I don't think so. So me being inquisitive, I'm like, it's a club. So I reached out to Monty, I believe, first and said, hey, is this a club?
What's going on? Yeah.
I'm like, well, put me in contact with who I need to talk to. And he got me in contact with Leo, who was captain of Beard Mob, Indiana at the time.
He's on. Leo's on. What's up?
Well,
What's up, Leo?
And, he told me the ins and outs, and I signed up, and it's just been crazy. Like I said, I started going to competitions, meeting people, networking, and I just fell in love, man. It's so nice to actually feel like you're a part of something and moving something forward. And that's what I try to do, is keep moving everything forward, whether it's with the club, whether it's with the Indiana Bearded Coalition. Just keep the momentum going. And that's what it takes, because the more we can bring people together and get people to do things, the more we help our charities and our communities.
Yeah. Good things we can do.
Yeah.
So speaking of, you touched on that. Tell us about the Indiana Coalition of Bearding Clubs. What's that all about?
Well, going to comps and things, I'd meet people from different clubs and all over the state. And I decided, there's 8 clubs in the state of Indiana. Why aren't I communicating with this people? Why are we not communicating with this people? And I ran this by some people that's been in the bearding community for a while. I was like, why is this happening? Well, there's just no central, no nothing. So it became a mission of mine to bring all these clubs together for the greater good. I mean, our mission statement is working together for the betterment of our charities and communities. And that's literally what the plan is for this. Yeah. We're going to help organize fundraising events all over the state, community outreach programs, anything we can get involved with and bring people together and all the clubs to work as one is better. Like I tell people, my club is my immediate family. All these other clubs are my extended family. And so
I like that.
Let's have a lot of family reunions.
So I think the connections of, like you mentioned, 8 different clubs in one state, and how do we all stay aware of and cognizant of and support each of those other groups, right? If we're all independent and doing our own things, there's more we can gain for the common good if we, collectively come together to do that. So it's an awesome idea, and it's going to do good stuff.
And you also don't want to walk on each other's feet where you're having and I know this is Aaron and my big beef with the bearding community is, oh, hey, look, we're having a beard competition this weekend. And there's 3 other ones that are all within 50 miles of here, all on the same day.
Or 2 in the same state on the same day. So with that being said, have you had a good response from all the clubs within the Indiana area about this idea?
Yes, I have. Right now, I currently have 4 representatives from 4 different clubs picked.
Cool.
Each club will pick a representative to be on. It's not a committee, not a board, just a representative that will take the information that we all put together and take it back to their individual clubs and meetings to be discussed and then brought back, and then we can move forward from there.
This is great news. I love.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic idea. I mean, it's kind of like what I think the Alliance, their idea for the whole country or North America was, but maybe that's just too big of an area for them to like really wrangle in all these little spots. I like that you're just Indiana and you're going to focus on your Indiana people and try to, like we said, not step on each other's toes and try to help each other out where you can and stuff like that. I think fantastic idea.
We've actually had a couple other states reach out and say, hey, I like this concept. Can we get on board? I'm like, it's a free concept and I would love for you to get on board. Like, I will give you the ground floor of how I got this started here and you can do it there. I think it's some sort of organization between the states and clubs, because there's getting to be so many clubs. Something needs to be pulled together.
Mm-hmm.
I know Aaron and I were discussing, this is another conversation I think we had. This was one the other day. We were talking about this has been an ongoing conversation between like a group of us, but like the state of the bearding community and how some people think it's been like dead for years. And yeah, it's kind of been, since COVID, it's kind of really struggled. And, it's
like
a lot
Ron
different.
Was talking about once you stop a train.
Yeah.
That's
exactly
it rolling again. And that's where we're at right now.
But it used to be a train and now it's kind of turning into something different. And
a robot.
It could be a robot, Aaron, or a spaceship.
Train station.
Yeah. But anyways, my whole point is there was this train that had been going for over a decade, and it was organized beard clubs belonging to, the coalition and all these different things. And it was basically the same thing that's going on now. But after COVID, it's kind of like dispersed into these smaller little cells of like beard mob sinners. Help me out, Aaron. Who else?
Talking Beards, the club.
Talking Beards, the club.
The pack.
The villains. But you have all these like little sub factions that have all kind of spurred out after COVID.
It's like the whole beard community, beard club scene is like shifted. Instead of being like Cleveland Beard Club, now it's more like an online beard club that has now grabs Cleveland or something.
And it's like it's like more grassroots, and it's more done like with guys like you or like the beard mob. I think the beard mob was like kind of one of the spurring moments of them, and that just kind of like exploded across the country, now overseas. But you guys have like really, we found like a whole new group of people that are like so gung-ho about this new community and doing like what you're doing, Ron, and just really just taking it by the reins and like, riding that horse into that sunset. And we're like, this is what I want to do. And this is how I want to bring people together. And it's like working and it's growing. And it's like, this to me is like the whole new phase and the whole new face of what the bearding community, I think, is going to start becoming in the next year or two.
And speaking of small business, Johnny Traffic Cone Rodriguez is here.
Hey, what's up, man? No, I agree with everything you just said, Scott. And only thing I would just maybe modify is hopefully that riding into the sunset is a long way down the trail, my friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the earth is round, so you can't ever catch the sunset.
Yeah.
You just drive into it and just keep going.
I guess that was a bad analogy. I was kind of rambling, and that just
you're good.
popped.
Once he starts going, you just kind of just let him just keep saying all of his words. He strings them into sentences.
Just let him finish,
good.
Clark. Just let him finish.
Yeah, just let him finish.
He's making a word salad.
Yeah,
word salad. Yes,
I know.
Scott, word salad.
I know, Ron. You already mentioned your coalition of Indiana coalition of bearding clubs.
Correct.
You've got that going on. But you also have this little thing coming up, and I know it's months away, but let's just get into this. The Bearded Theater. What's that all about?
It's theater, Aaron.
Theater.
We're going to put on a really nice play for everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
Bearded Shakespeare. Yes.
And then Ray Norcross is going to be there in a Speedo.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to take the show by storm.
Absolutely. Playing the part of Hamlet.
No, August 12th in Columbus, Indiana, we're going to be doing the second annual Beard and Moustache competition. This year's theme is Bearded Theater. And the reason for that being, we are hosting venue is a old opera house that was built in 1871. Has survived through that, went into a silent movie film theater, then to a regular theater, and then has been closed in disrepair for many, many years.
Yep.
Staple of our community. So when we had the opportunity, it's been about a 2-year project to get into there for this venue. And when we got the opportunity, we were blown away. I mean, they got a marquee. Can you imagine? Everybody wants to see their name on a marquee, right? And neon lights and plenty of seating. We got 2 lobbies. We have an upstairs hangout lobby. We got a downstairs mingle lobby. Yeah, I mean, it's a great venue.
And you're going to be able to utilize this whole space.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, absolutely. And I can't emphasize enough. It is an iconic location. Yeah, if you're from around this area, it's that old, Art Deco kind of style marquee that Ron was talking about. It's just the thought of having a competition there is just, it's badass. I don't even know how else to describe it. It's going to be cool. There's going to be foot traffic just from the local area to see what's going on, right? Bearded Theater or whatever is going to be on the marquee whenever we land that. But there's going to be foot traffic of people just coming in, checking it out to see, holy smokes, look at this place renewed. And then, holy smokes, there's a beard and mustache competition. Let's check this out. So it's awesome. It's going to be
What kind of details can you share with us about this already? I mean, what kind of plans have you already set into motion? Like, I mean, obviously you guys have the venue. What else?
Well, I can't say any names right now because they'll be released, but we have an MC. We have a 5-panel judge.
How many judges are you going to have? Can you
5.
say that? Cool. 5.
I talked over him. My bad. Sorry, Aaron. Shut up.
It's all good. We're working on food and beverage providers as well. Maybe something cool for the local scene that we can also help. When we talk about promoting communities, how do we help promote our communities? And if there's local establishments that we can pull in to help give them props and support our cause as well, mutually beneficial. So yeah,
you guys are giving props away, like for airplanes or boats?
No props for the play.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
The props will be auctioned off at the end of the play.
That makes sense. Yeah, you'll auction off all the props from the play.
We'll be auctioning off. As Ray's doing this Hamlet thing in the the Speedo, we'll auction off the skull he's holding. And
then you can auction off his Speedo he's wearing, and then he has to give it away.
That's a whole lot of awkward sauce right there, man.
Hey, man, we're just trying to raise money for charity.
I'm new to the community, but I've only been to about 8 competitions, and that'd be a first for me. I'm just saying. I've heard some wild stuff going down, but
it happens. I've definitely seen
whiskers or monster ball for sure.
I've definitely seen things in the community that I wish I wouldn't have. And most of the time it's in Detroit, so y'all will be fine. You're in Indiana. Nothing bad ever happens in Indiana.
Well, yeah.
Now we're hosting a family comp. We're going to have kids competitions and stuff, so it'll be pretty PC there.
Yep, absolutely.
Except for Ray Norcross and his Speedo.
Yeah.
Besides Speaking of Ray, right? I think I saw something come across the bottom of the screen here earlier about his ice plunge that he's looking to raise a little cash for.
Yep.
He's a wild man.
Figured I'd throw a nugget out there for Mr. Ray.
Good one from Traffic Cone Johnny here. He said he's seen sweaty thongs auctioned off, so it is a thing.
Oh my God!
I've definitely seen Josh Barefoot Brains bottoms get auctioned off more than once at beer competitions, I do believe, and I'm pretty sure I got an elephant trunk one in my house somewhere. Pretty sure. I don't know. Me and Natalie were talking about that the other day, and I was like, "Where's that elephant trunk Speedo thing?" And I don't know. It's somewhere. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Scott will wear it.
I'm sure nobody's buying my underwear. So
that whole concept of the Speedo thing just goes way over my head.
He loves it. He absolutely loves Speedos, and I can't wait to see him one. He's gonna do it. Yeah, you should do it.
It's gonna cost a lot of money to get me into one.
$1 million.
Potentially
get an endorsement by Speedo.
Actually, that would be funny to get an endorsement from Speedo. Cool. I'd wear the one piece women's one over a Speedo.
And Andrew Matson has one of those one
singlet.
piece.
There you go. Yeah,
like that.
The thong singlet. There you go, Scott. That's
what a man.
Guys.
What is it called? A mankini? A brokini?
A brokini.
I think it's a brokini. Yeah.
So that's what a Brad has. Brad Paternick. He has one of the. It's like the one that Borat. Yeah.
Yep. I'm wearing one right now. I wear it every day. It's just like makes you just get. It's like a hug, you know.
And then some. Yeah, it's like the hug. It's like the hug. You're like, let go. It's good.
I'm done hugging. I'm fine.
Well, no. So here we go. Alan Eckert has a collection.
Yeah, he does.
My goodness.
So guys, your show debuts next week. I think I said 8:00 Eastern. It's 9:00 Eastern. That's correct.
It's 8.
It's 8
Eastern. Yes, sir.
So Ron said 9. Wow, Ron.
I got fat fingers and can't type.
So 8:00. So do you all have a guest selected for
your first show? Guest?
The first show is going to be kind of an introductory show, although we kind of done it here as well. But
this is just practice.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
So we'll just kind of introduce ourselves, kind of give us some background on each of us, kind of mold and tell people what we plan to do with the show. Maybe have a couple fun segments in there.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back the following week with our first guest.
And you selected your first guest, or is it super top secret?
Super top secret. I told you it's in a safe, man.
Yeah.
Man, that was
great. You don't even have the combination.
Choreographed that answer.
Yeah. They get scared.
Diary
log.
log.
I'm going to tell you.
The combination is being carried by a venomous duck overhead, and it's just it only comes on certain days. So
don't click on the duck; it'll close the window.
Yeah, don't click on the duck.
I learned that one earlier.
Ducks are evil. Did y'all know that?
It's a venomous duck, so it's super ass evil. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, ducks are the most evil animal I think on earth. I'm pretty sure. And then a venomous one sounds terrible.
I'm telling you, never pick a duck or goose up if it's next to its nest. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Or try to give them food; they'll bite you.
I've been chased by plenty of geese.
I hate those stupid birds.
Canadian geese are a treasure. They're a national treasure.
Venomous ducks hiss. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Yep.
Those are Canadian geese.
They made.
Was this you?
Not me.
Freaking
Breaking news.
Yeah, right?
They all said it. Everyone said it.
Yeah, that was not me, man.
Freaking Natalie. I don't like ducks.
Not even Daffy or Donald?
No, those are stupid ducks.
They are. Howard?
Howard's pretty good. He's probably the best duck.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, we like Howard the duck.
Blast from the past.
All right, gentlemen. Well, we want to thank you guys so very much for joining us tonight. We're very, very excited to have you guys on. We wish you guys the best of luck with your show. We hope it goes.
Robot Scott's back.
That your show surpassing the we've done. I know you probably just lost me.
Yeah, you were pretty gone. He was just saying, we love you guys and good luck with everything you're doing. But he added a lot more alphabet soup in there.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having us on. Seriously, I mean, I try to catch your show as often as I can, and obviously, daily life. But I appreciate you guys bringing us on to promote. Obviously, thank you to Bearded Family Network. Check us out next Monday, inaugural show. Check out the sideshow. Check out the pack. Sending on Sundays.
Something for every night.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate your time, gentlemen. It's been a good show, and thank you for having us on and helping us promote.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. And good luck with everything. And like we've said, if you need anything, just let us know. So
absolutely appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, guys. Have a great night.
Later,
you
y'all.
too. Take care, y'all. Thank you.
yeah, so they're like we said 100 times. Check out their show next Monday, 8:00 Eastern, over on the Bearded Family Network, or just type in Bearded Business on Facebook, and go watch those guys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So what is that? Yeah, Johnny, you should make a really funny cartoon character of Aaron as a duck. That'd be funny.
I mean, that whatever. I could be like riding a duck or something. He already made me a cartoon character pooping. That's pretty good.
My gosh, we could give Johnny work every day for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he made this. Look.
I know.
Yeah, and then
he's extremely talented.
He did this.
Oh,
he's good, man.
I got a quick one right here.
Uh-oh. Got another one. I've got all kinds of Johnny little arts at my house, but they're in my next to my desk, and I'm not in my normal desk.
This is a really cool patch that he made, and it glows in the dark.
I like it. I like that it glows in the dark. Or you get that in Keller at Central Texas?
Yeah, and the thing is it's so awesome. I'm like, I don't even want to do anything with it. Like, I don't want to put it on something. It's like,
you don't want to mess it up.
I know, dude. He makes his designs are awesome, and on top of that, they're super high quality. Wherever he gets the stuff made at.
Yes, Goat Busters.
Yeah, Brett. Come on, Brett.
Come on, Brett.
God, I miss you, Brett.
We all do.
Once again, talking to Aaron every day, I'd hear a Brett story like almost all the time about him on his way to work, and you'd call and interrupt us.
Like, oh, come on, Brett. What are you doing, Brett? Yeah, because he'd hold it down, because remember for a year or something, I was late to work every Tuesday, and old Brett was just holding it down for me while I was being late.
Whoa.
Anyway, what else we got going on, Scott Sykora?
Well, I mean, it's time to wrap the show up, Aaron.
Yeah, go ahead and wrap that show up, Scott.
But so like Aaron said, next week our super awesome guest is going to be Shannon Chickenbread talking about the You Matter 2 competition, which will be benefiting the Health and Behavior Wellness Council of the Greater Colorado Valley. Last year, with the shaving of the mustaches, they raised what was it, over $35,000?
Like $35,000. If they do that again this year, that'd be super cool. But I think it might have just been the first year, just right out the gate. But you never know.
Yeah, I mean, that would be.
I can't speak highly enough about this event, about the little town it's in. It's amazing. And
I think this year's
sang about LaGrange. What better reason to go to a competition just to be in a town that ZZ Top sang about?
Yeah, gosh darn, ZZ Top singing songs about towns we're having in beard competitions, and it's an ironic they have beards.
And Scott Sykora, not really breaking news, but we have guests booked out for more than 1 week in a row.
This is good.
Unless something crazy happens, we should have a representative from this club over there in San Francisco, and they're going to talk about the West Coast Classic that's coming up January 28th there in technically Mill Valley, but it's San Francisco.
You just reminded me too of something else too. Yeah, make sure you guys go over to our YouTube page. We have the latest video up, the January beard calendar. Click on that, and Aaron and I discussed the competitions that are going on for January. And if you need more information on any of those events, there's tons of information in the links, but also go to thebeardcalendar.com, and you can find out about all the different events that are going on for the year, all over the country. So, and if you're hosting an event, please submit. There's a submission button on the bottom right corner.
Yeah, I can't say that one enough. If you've got an event coming up, please reach out and let's get that on the calendar sooner than later. Even if you don't have an event page, but like it's happening this day, just let me know, and I'll just put a bunch of to be determined on there, just so we can start filling up this calendar. So maybe it'll help people pick dates and stuff. It's starting to fill up. Like we've already got. This time last, it didn't exist this time last year, but in February when I made this thing, I wasn't filling up, October, November, December dates yet. But this year, people like October slam full already. And it's, most of the year away. I know at least one of them that don't have an event page, but they're like, we know we're putting one on. So reach out. Let's get the calendar filled up so everybody knows where to go.
Yeah, and there's 7 events going on for the month of February already, and that's worldwide. That's not only the United States, but also the UK. We try to cover as many overseas events as we learn about, because, I mean, we do communicate a lot with the UK beard guys and stuff like that. We really want to expand. I mean, we do have some fingers in Australia and stuff like that, but we'd really, we have people from Australia watching the show every week too. Mm-hmm. But a lot of this couldn't be done without our help from our friends and Aaron at Honest Amish. So make sure you guys, if you guys are looking for some new product, go over to honestamish.com. Load that card up and use the promo code Talking Beards, and you'll get 15% off your order. And in addition to that, if you order more than $35, it is free shipping in the continental United States. So
there you go. Yes, continental United States. Rajiv wants to know, can the calendar be by locale? Wondering if there is one in my new state, Wyoming, right?
Actually,
Wisconsin,
there is
nearby, hour from Minneapolis.
There is, funny you say that, because there is a competition in Peoria, which is where he was living before. I didn't realize you moved, but yeah, there's a competition in Peoria at the end of January this year. It was actually added to the beard calendar after we did the episode about January events. So
yeah, man, check out the calendar. There's something in January.
Yeah. So, but just look at the calendar and just scroll through it. There's so many events. Austin just announced Come and Shave It.
The venue is going to be it's going to be at the Sagebrush downtown on Congress Street. So be looking for that event page to be popping up any day now, probably. And everybody should come to Austin. These February, what is the day?
I will say this, there's going to be a lot of events going on in Texas within the next 2 months. So make sure you guys, if all you Texas residents in Dallas area, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, wherever your guys are at, and there's going to be a lot of events going on in the next, actually 3 months if you talk, and then going into March and stuff like that.
Yeah, because Austin will be on the 18th, and the next weekend there's another event in Conroe, Texas. So I think I'm just going to be hanging out in Texas.
And in 2 weeks, LaGrange is that's going on too, and then the Longs, that event, isn't that March?
Yeah,
the Northern Texas.
That's a different one. That's in April, early April.
March, April, same thing, Aaron. Gosh.
But BGG Grooming is from Dallas, and he says, I got some on the way, so I don't, maybe beer competition.
Let us know.
But yeah, thanks for watching tonight, everybody. It was a fun episode. We had, some cool guests on, and go watch their show. I'm Aaron D. Johnston. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Aaron D. Johnston. Go check out all of Honest Amish's social media. I'm trying to do cool stuff over there, and we've got some things in the works, and be on the lookout for that. And that's it. Everybody have a great night. Anything else, Scott Sykora?
Yep. I'm Scott Sykora. You can find me on all social media at Scott Sykora, but we want you guys to go over to talkingbeards.com. Check out the website. If you have any questions for us, email us at talkingbeards1@gmail.com. Question, comments, concerns.
Yeah.
We would love to hear from you. And follow us on YouTube and Facebook. We would greatly appreciate it. And share us with all your friends. You know that old thing.
All your friends.
I'm looking for one real quick.
Uh-oh. What?
There's not.
What? Oh, share this episode. I like it. How
good we look.
God, we look so good. My beard isn't even that color anymore.
I know mine isn't either. Look,
we got old. All right.
Thank you, everyone. See you next week.
Yep. See y'all next week. Okay, bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Talking Beards. Make sure you go over to honestamish.com and use promo code Talking Beards to get 15% off your order. Don't forget to tune in live next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern at talkingbeards.com.